Let's rank the Arsenal players and their performances against Everton. We did win 1-0. I was quite optimistic about the win. I was feeling quite buoyed about the performance. We weren't at our very, very best, but I certainly saw it more positively than I think a lot of other people did. That reaction is out on Goonerverse News. We're going to talk about the players in a little bit more detail here. And the way we do it, you might have seen from the last game, is via a tier list system. Brilliant to very good to not great at all to poor. We're going to discuss every single player, the subs, and the manager. Let's go ahead and do it. We're going to start with the goalkeeper, David Raya, who for me was brilliant. I thought his distribution was really good. His passing into midfield, his cutting through the lines, his confidence on the ball. When he was pressed, he was able to just actually show some really neat skill at times to evade the press of other Everton players and play the right passes to get Arsenal building through the Everton press really, really well. He claimed every ball that was into the box from Everton and was just able to take the kind of pressure off the Arsenal defence. I thought he had a really good game. During Timber, I said he was very good. I thought the way he overlapped Bukayo Saka at times, was able to facilitate that right-hand side. I thought he did a brilliant job. I think Mikel Arteta, who's got most things right this season, the one thing he's got really wrong is moving Jurrien Timber from right-back when William Saliba was injured and not having Ben White go to centre-back in his absence. Not only because it broke apart something that Timber was getting really used to for most of the season at right-back, but it also meant Ben White was playing in an area of the pitch where he was always going to be bursting up and down the pitch and pushing his body in a way where he hadn't for a long, long time because he hadn't had those back-to-back starts. Arteta's got a lot right this season, but moving Timber from right-back is one of the things he got wrong. Restored to right-back the last few games, but certainly in this game, he's looked very, very good. William Saliba, I also thought he was very good. Now, I grant you he could have given away a penalty. That probably should have been a penalty. And obviously, we're talking about his performance differently if that is given. However, I thought he defended really, really well, constantly shuttling runners, constantly just defending space and able to just get ahead and cover things before they became a real problem for the team. I thought he marshalled the defence really, really well. And I think we're getting used to his performances being at such a level that he kind of just glides through the game and we just go, yeah, Saliba's all right. He's one of, if not the best centre-back in the world. He's one of them, and we're not really giving him that credit. I thought he was very good tonight. Hincapie. I put Hincapie as good. Now, on the Goonerverse X account, we asked everyone what your ratings were, and a lot of people had Hincapie as better than Saliba. So if you felt that way, let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to go through those and tell me why. What did I miss? I thought Hincapie was good. You know, I've still said he had a good game. I just thought Saliba and Timber were better, but maybe I'm being harsh. Let me know. He's definitely becoming more comfortable in that role. I actually think he's largely been good to very good since he's come in Gabriel's absence. But he's playing way more football than he would have been expecting to at this point. So, yeah, fair play to him. Putting in a shift, another clean sheet with him at the back. But I just don't think he's quite at the level of the other two right now in defence. And Calafiori, not much to say. I thought he was good too. That's it. You know, I know Arsenal's performance as a collective wasn't amazing. You know, if we were giving the performance, you know, a rating on the tier list, I'd say good. I don't think we were very good or brilliant. But you've got to realise that the defence kept a clean sheet and kept Everton well away from our goal. Even when we were under a bit of pressure, they dealt with everything really well. So they absolutely have sort of full credit from me for just standing up to the task of Everton away and helping us get through it with a one goal and a penalty being enough. Zubimendi, I put him down as good. And look, I'm closer to not great than I am very good, if I'm honest. But I'm happy to say he was good. I thought we kept things moving nicely. He received off the defence, off David Raya a few times. He was often the outball for Arsenal. Quite a few times it was Zubimendi he was able to sort of find that space, receive the ball, and get us playing through Everton. He just steadily kept things going. There was one or two overhit passes. I was going, oh, come on, Zubimendi, man, you're better than that. But, yeah, I thought he generally had a good game, and I was happy with him. Declan Rice, very good, I've gone for. Now, I've got to say, to be fair, though, I actually still found him a little frustrating in possession at times. But he should have had an assist when he laid it to Trossard. He hit the post. He drove up and down the pitch. He ate ground so brilliantly. he was just so good at reading the game. It was actually kind of like vintage number 6 Declan Rice today. Some of the tackling, some of the intercepting. He just swept up really nicely. Proper player. We're very lucky to have him. And yeah, I think he was very good. Again, some people in your ratings had him as good as Zubimendi, had him as not having had a great game. I thought he was very good. Tell me if you disagree in the comments. Martin Odegaard, here we go. I'm down as good, Odegaard. There were certain moments where he was the one who showed some guile and glide and sort of just carried actually through the Everton midfield, played some lovely balls in behind. There were some moments in build-up where he was extremely press resistant and again received off David Raya and was able to flow around the pitch. I think we need to find a way of getting Odegaard and Ez in the same team, and I think they're going to complement each other so well. I didn't think he was very good, but I did think he was good. I thought he did some nice things. Not everything came off from him. Also, there were moments where like his kind of crossing to the back post, I found really frustrating. It's like, come on, Odegaard, like surely you got a little bit more from the right half space than that. And we know he does generally, we just haven't really seen it for a while. So yeah, I thought he was good. Bukayo Saka, as we get into the front three, I thought was very good. That's not to say he didn't frustrate at times. That's not to say he didn't do some things that I thought, oh, come on, Bukayo, like, you know, you kill him. Like that moment where he does brilliantly to play a lovely ball in behind to Timber, follows his pass, then receives it back from Timber. We thought he was going to cut to Gyokeres. And then he just kind of, it was an average effort. It was a poor effort by Bukayo Saka's standard. And I'm thinking, man, that could have been the game, you know, done and dusted. And there are a few moments like that, but he was also beating his fullback, driving us forward, combining really nicely, floating all around the pitch. He was the one picking up the ball on the left, centrally on the right, in the half space, on the touchline. He did everything, Bukayo Saka, or at least tried to anyway. And it's not easy. And he was very much our main man in attack. So yeah, I thought he was very good. He got the man of the match from Sky Sports. Victor Gyokeres. Now I know he scored the penalty, but he wasn't great. He wasn't great, people. Look, I thought he made some better runs. William Saliba found him when he made a lovely run. Actually pointed. He literally said, put the ball over there. And he ran into that space, but he just took, from when he took the first touch, he took that bit too long to get a shot away, so Tarkovsky got in front. I felt he should have done better with Timber's deflected cross. That was kind of looping to the back post. I don't think he was strong enough. He couldn't nod it in the back of the net. But he took his penalty well. There's another moment where Trossard played a lovely ball the outside of the boot to Gyokeres in the channel. Again, Gyokeres makes these runs. I love the runs he makes. I love the way he stretches the pitch for us and the, you know, end-to-end dynamic he gives us. We could be more direct with Gyokeres, but he needs to be better in his execution of what he does when he gets that kind of service and gets into those kind of positions. Glad he got the goal. He took it very well, but still need to see more from Gyokeres. Now, this might be an unpopular opinion, but I thought Trossard wasn't great. He did some really neat stuff in terms of ball retention. But there wasn't much in the way of beating his fullback. There wasn't much in the way of creativity. He wasn't clutch in the moment you expected Trossard to be clutch. You know, he hit the post when the ball was rolled to him from Rice. I'm thinking, you've got to finish that. And look, if that's Martinelli, if that's Gyokeres, who we've been critical of for their finishing more recently, we'd be hammering them. And Leandro Trossard, I think, you know, we need to judge everyone the same way. I think he should have scored that. Maybe I'm being a little bit harsh. Look, I'm closer with Gyokeres. I'm not great, but I'm closer to poor. With Trossard, I'm not great, but I'm closer to good because I thought he did some really neat stuff in possession. But there was nothing really special about his performance. I've got him down as not great. Gabby Jesus. This is tough. I was watching at a Christmas party. He got about half an hour, maybe, which kind of tells you that he's closing in on maybe being able to start soon. I had him down as good. He was good. There was one moment where he won a great header that was then picked up by our midfield, and there are a few things I think he tried, but I don't know. Do you know what? Correct me in the comments. I'm going to leave him as good, but correct me in the comments if I got this wrong, because this might be really harsh. I had Martinelli down as not great. Again, like, I'm not really sure what I'm basing that on. I don't think he had too much really to do. I mean, you know what? Perhaps we just put all the subs here, and it's I'm not trying to be harsh. Just, did they have any real impact? To say, like, did they have any real impact? To say they were good? Again, correct me in the comment section below. Mikel Arteta, I'm going to put as good. I thought he was good. I thought he made the right subs. There was nothing, a lot of people were calling for Madueke to come on, for Eze to come on, for Waneri. I don't think it was a game for any of them because Saka looked dangerous and looked like he might get a goal at any moment. I thought Martinelli was the right sub because of the work rate as well on the left. Jesus for Gyokeres, I agree with. I don't think he could have done anything to reinforce the back four. They were sort of very sturdy. I don't think he could have brought on Odegaard because Zubimendi and Rice were shuttling well, and we were ultimately defending Everton well. So I think he largely got them right, and I think a lot of those players are going to play midweek against Palace in the Carabao Cup. And I think we need to remember that he's probably managing those minutes of some players too. Okay, so there you have it. That is my tier list for Arsenal and the players' performances against Everton. What do you agree or disagree with? Raya was the only player I thought was brilliant. Timber, Saliba, Rice and Saka were the four standouts for me in terms of having a real impact on the game. They really felt like a reason why we won in some capacity. Hincapie, Calafiori, Zubimendi, Odegaard, your efforts are appreciated, but I can't say I saw much to write home about when it comes to Gyokeres, Trossard, Martinelli, Jesus or Merino, but that might be harsh on the sub, so do let me know. Like I said, I will very admittedly say I was watching this with a beverage in my hand and with company around me, and I think as I started to feel more comfortable that we were going to win this game, because I think a lot of people got nervous towards the end going, are Arsenal going to blow this, we're not playing too well, it's only 1-0 with added time. I felt very, very comfortable as the game went on. I didn't think Everton were really laying a glove on us, and I wasn't really worried about the lead slipping away. So perhaps that just meant that I didn't really pay much attention to the subs and the intricate little things that they were doing to try and get us over the line. So let me know if I've got that wrong. But big thank you for joining me for this player ratings, this rankings, I suppose. Do you like this format? I thank you for all the kind comments and support in the comments of the last one. A lot of you said you prefer this tier list, so big thank you. If you still feel that way, let me know. Do you prefer this as a video? Would you like it as a live stream? Obviously, a video shorter for you all to watch it, but as a live stream, you can all get involved in some capacity. So let me know what your preference is for how we do these as well. At the moment, I'm doing these as a video because of other commitments, Christmas, I'm away next week and things like that. I'm just not able to go live. But yeah, big thank you all for joining. Do subscribe to the Goonerverse if you haven't yet, and go check out my match reaction if you haven't as well. All right, catch you very soon.